Alright guys, welcome back. Welcome back. So we are trying to find this Krogan, but as I'm on the pause menu, I don't know if you guys can see it up here on the corner of the screen. It says like the Nexus level at a Nex AVP. So I wonder if we can level this place up. And if we level this place up, if there will be like more people or more stuff to do. I don't know. Let's take a look at the map. So, nice. So there's a guy that sells guns over here. Alright, cool. So there does seem to be a lot of stuff over here. Task getting to know the Nexus. Alright. So, let's go ahead and keep looking around.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Some containers. Yeah, so far I really like this game. Obviously we all experienced the bugs and everything in it, but yeah, so far I enjoy what's happening. Same shit, different day. In case the initiative goes belly up, the Nexus is a 4-ring circus. Don't like how Tan operates, and his disdain for the Krogan is obvious. I believe his intentions are ultimately good, but he's an opportunist who's likely to create dissent. I don't see the Nexus coming together if he's left unchecked. It's already polarizing Addison. She's taking the cue to circle the wagons. I think I can talk to Kandros about this and at least try to get the two of us more coordinated, or maybe not. Seriously, hate this kind of drama.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
What is this thing?
All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
Tan, ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Jian Garson, was killed.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Alright, so let's ask about the genophage.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show a mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
Nothing more for now.
Good luck out there.
I like Kesh. She's cool. She's level-headed. Out of all the people I've talked to in the station, she's probably, like, the best. Alright. It is time to do the job. We have talked to the Krogan. Now we gotta solve this problem with all the other, nonsense that's happening around here. Excuse me, sir.
This is a nightmare.
Hey, Kandros, what's up, bruh?
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know. Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate. Please speak with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate.
Wrong. Just wrong.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex. Combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Kandros.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Interesting. Lieutenant, based on the status report. Based on status report 16C, it seems we're no longer. It seems we're no closer to gaining a foothold in any sector. Without decent recon and greater intel on this enemy, I'm starting to think our efforts are futile. The risk involved in continued losses of resources and lives makes it hard to justify. With morale this low, we need to scale down expectations again. Kandros.
What am I going to do?
Who the hell is that?
It's not right.
Oh my god, this is a
It's
female
not fair.
Tauren.
What's wrong?
Oh my, So it's true. A pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
First murderer and Andromeda. What is that stance, man?
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is, let's call it strained.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Ket are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last here.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just... a lot.
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. We can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Who is this chick? She's just a random person standing with him?
Tram technicians, please report
Okay.
to the Hyperion.
So there are no guns in the security either. Gotta clean this place up, man. Alright. Got a lot of work to do.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is
I
now
see.
at 100%.
Okay, so this is the jail.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them, but I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Arms merchant. What's up, bruh? What are you selling?
Please be advised.
Weapons and stuff.
Ah.
I got you covered. Use the console to take a look through what I got.
What?
It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
Oh my god. And I have 100 credits, everybody. Alright. So let's sell that. Salvage. Is there just like a... Oh, here we go. Sell all salvage. How do I... Okay. Thermal clips. So now I have 1,000 monies. This is a rifle. This is a Omni Blade 2. There's a shotgun. This is a sniper rifle. So I think I want the sniper rifle. There's a shotgun. This is an assault rifle. Do I want a better assault rifle? I assume. So compare. Yeah, so the rate of fire is lower, max ammo is lower, the weight is lower, the accuracy is lower, maximum clip is lower, but the damage is crazy. Alright, so we're gonna do the Viper. Oh, you can buy more stuff than just that. Oh, this is all the items. I see. So these are weapons. I didn't know you could buy more armor. Oh, but he's not selling any armor. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright. We have seen what the merchant has. I'm trying to find where... I see. Alright. To Terran Kandros from Jurin Tan, director of the Andromeda Initiative. Kandros, as you're aware, oh my god, there's a lot of information here. I don't know if I'm gonna read this, guys. Alright, let's try it. As you're aware, there was a mutiny aboard the Nexus during your absence. Events escalated quickly, but we believe it began with a fire and hydroponics and theft in the armory. Motivations for the uprisings vary. Mob mentality was certainly a factor, but for the leaders, including your predecessor, former security director Sloan Kelly, it was a conscious betrayal. There have been perfunctory attempts to catalog and address the damage caused by Sloan's people during the uprising, supplies stolen, equipment broken, things of that nature, but I was hoping the militia could step in and draw up an official report. It's imperative we know what we are working with if we are going to survive. Director Tam. Alright, so this is Kandros responding. I need my people focused on defending the station, not taking inventory. If you really need militia oversight, I'll get Sergeant Nels to look at it. That said, it was my understanding that exiles were more Callus's people than Salone's. Isn't he the one who started the mutiny? Let's see. Calix Corvanis may have started it, but Salone made her allegiances clear. I know she held you in high regard, but I hope you can be impartial when it comes to this task. Salone Kelly's not who I thought she was. There won't be a problem. Good. Then you won't object to sending a small and discreet reconnaissance team to find out where Salone and the exiles might have gone. When we do get colonial efforts up and running, I don't want any surprises. Forwarding report from Recon Team 232. Trails Cold found what looks like abandoned camps and the Purifier? I don't know. Something system, but none with living inhabitants, only graveyards. The conspirator, Irida, was among the dead, but not Salone Kandros. Interesting. Okay. So they have already looked for them, but they can't find them. And some people are already dead. Oh man. We have our work cut out for us, guys. It is... Ooh, cool. We got a gun. Nice. Nice. I will take that. I kind of feel bad taking their supplies. Like, they have such limited supplies here. I'm just over here taking it all.
What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Perhaps both. Life is infinitely adaptable, as our expedition proves.
Okay. Smart people. Let me talk to you.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr...
Professor Herrick. My colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Alright, cool.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
We will locate your thing once we have left here.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Alright.
Please be advised that Hyperion
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Yes.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Nice. Cool. Ways to make money through science. Perfect. Alright, so final proposal. Since we are, by definition, an evasive species in Andromeda, our inevitable Wow, I'm terrible at reading. Inevitable footprint must be laid carefully, and we must preserve anything we replace. The Helios cluster represents an unexpected challenge. We arrive with seed archives and DNA banks to ensure preservation of the biodiversity of the Milky Way, but this cluster is scattered by the Scourge, and its unique flora and fauna are threatened by its turbulence. That too requires conservation. Alright. Let's see. Patch notes. Streamline interference with the Omni tool. Tuned voice recognition to recognize both aluminum and aluminium. Interesting. Haptic interface no longer defaults to transparent. Haptic interface not found. Customize SAM handshake protocols. Alright, cool. I think I selected both of these.
Trans technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling
Cool. Alright, we have talked to the scientists and the smart people. We will try to rescue her scientists once we leave here. Can I talk to this guy? Nope, I cannot. And alright, so let's go back and talk to this guy. I think I already looked at this, didn't I? Based on status, yeah, I already read this. Alright, let's talk to Kandros.
No news on the Turian Ark yet. Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilk and Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial, and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
That is the difference between murder and accidental death.
In this case, motive plus opportunity plus eyewitness account equals murder. Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye,
I
Kandros.
will be the judge
Duty
of
calls.
that, sir.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Alright, guys. We are now detectives. Oops. Which console? This console?
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilkin, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation! We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back. No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Please be advised that Hyperion docking
Okay.
procedures are now complete.
So we need to go talk to a Cassidy Shaw. Where would this Cassidy Shaw be? Forgot what he said. Let's see. Tam's office. Reputation desk. Station Sabotage. That's me.
Really? Excellent. I'll let Addison know.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Docking clamps.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilkin murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion Company.
Okay. I mean, this is a lot of damning evidence, to be honest. But I think there's still room for an argument to be had. I think it's kind of impossible to say whether or not he murdered him. Like, she did say there was absolutely no visibility. Tan. Oh, right, Tan.
No, I'm fine. Just a bump on my head.
I don't want to speak to Tan again. He's so annoying. This is not... Oh, this is Tan's office.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilkin Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. I see great things in our future.
Alright. So we gotta go leave the planet for this. So let's go ahead and do the Saboteur thing. That's Tam's office. Alright, so we actually have to go back in this Tam's office.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Console here.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the Saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Okay.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Okay, so it's somewhere over here. Maybe this panel?
Some sort of redundant power relay
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Okay, cool. Alright, alright. So that was the first one. Cash's office. Alright, there are 2 more Saboteur things down there. Alright, so let's go down there. Let's look at the Saboteur things. Gotta make sure that nothing else explodes on people. You know what I'm saying? It's over here. Oh wait, I should probably just click on it, right? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright, perfect. Now I can see stuff.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the Saboteur used.
Okay. So it is over here somewhere.
Engineering update.
Excuse
We are
me,
working on
ma'am.
accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power
Scanning.
coupling is complete.
This panel has been tampered with.
Send the data to Raj.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Alright. We are good at our job, people. We are good at our job. Alright. Let's go ahead to this other one. Let's check this out.
You're in the forest? What district?
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Oh, shit. Let's go, people. Let's go. Wait, did I overshoot it?
Yes.
I think I overshot it. Oh, yeah, she's downstairs. Ha! I don't know why I thought this was the Hyperion main deck up here.
Please await further instructions.
Okay. Okay, I have no idea where she is.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
I'm really confused.
All personnel.
Okay, so this is just taking me to a different location?
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patil's. A third party seems likely.
Looks like someone is using both you and Raj to cover their tracks.
They'd need pretty high-level access for that. Still, it's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Alright guys, back to the main thing again. Oh god. This video is super long. I didn't even notice. Alright, so as soon as we get off this train, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I am sorry this video is so long. I didn't even realize. Oh man. Alright guys. Peace.